Good morning everyone. Well, it's morning here and I'm going to be doing part 3 of this colour along. So it is in Summer Nights by Hanna Karlzon, and if you remember, part 1 and part 2 was doing these sunflowers. So now I'm going to get in and hopefully get the butterflies and leaves done in this part. Fingers crossed we can get it done, because do you know when you're just a bit fed up of seeing the same page? I'm ready to start something new, so I hope you're not bored of this page either already. So the pencils, I'm going to go in with a light base of light phthalo blue 145. Yep, 145. I will link these pencils in the description as I usually do. Let's bring you down and let's just start on this butterfly. As you can see, there's lots of small details with this butterfly, so I'm going to do some of it in pencil and then some of it with gel pens. So you don't have to use the same gel pens that I'm going to use. You can use whatever gel pens you've got. Or you can just do it all in pencil. It's entirely up to you. So I'm going to go in for the biggest sections with this blue colour. So went a bit posh then with my word, did I? So I'm going up here on this little bit. Now this is just a base colour, so we don't have to have this perfectly done. And then I'm going to go in with a lovely deep blue. I really do like the darker kind of blues. So I'll go in under here as well. That's quite a larger area of the butterfly, I think. But yeah, a lot of it is going to be gel pen, guys, because it's so teeny tiny, so much little details in there. I think it'll be nice with some glitter gel pens or something like that. I'm gonna go in here with the pencil. Again, doesn't have to be perfect at the moment. This is just our base. We're going to be going over it. And there we go. And I'm thinking, yeah, let's just go in on the bottom bit because it's same sort of thing we've just coloured, isn't it? Going on the bottom bit, and then we can get this little bit on the end as well in the blue. There we go. So by now you would have all seen the flip through of the Flowerscape in Paradise. What do we all think? I know there was quite a few lovely comments on that I flipped through with that book, and rightly so, because it's a gorgeous book. It's a gorgeous book, like I said. Right, do I want anywhere else with this blue? I'm thinking this bit here, because yeah, I think that for now. Right, I'm gonna go in now with Prussian blue 246 Prussian blue, and I'm going to start at the edges with a hard pressure and then just lighten it up towards the centre like so. We will blend it in a moment. Like I say, most of this is going to be gel pen. A bit clumsy there. You can erase, if you go over the line, just erase it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for the background yet. I don't know whether to just leave it on this one. It's not very often that I don't put a background into my pages, but sometimes, on the rare occasion, I do leave it. It is rare, but sometimes I do leave it. And it's normally if I've got a lot of colour going on the page and I'm not quite sure what colour to bring in into the background. A bit of the darkness there. There we go. And the same on this side. I've got my coat on, you might notice, my fur coat. I'm freezing today. It's warming up a little bit. You can tell it's warming up, but there's a wind outside what's making it feel colder than it is. out there at the minute. It's a bit of a wind, cool breeze. So yeah, I'm cold, but I refuse to put my heating on. I just refuse. The cost is astronomical. Couldn't spit that word out. Astronomical. There we go. I'm going to prep another Pantone card later as well. Let me just erase that. I'm going over lines everywhere today. Yeah, I'm going to prep another Pantone card for tonight, and I think I'm going to sit down and paint one tonight. I'm thinking about doing a swan, but I'm not sure how well I'll be able to do it. It might turn out more like a cartoon swan. But we'll see. You don't know until you try, do you? I like trying, even if I look at a reference picture and I think, oh, I'm not sure I'll be able to pull that off. I like just giving it a go, because that's what it's all about, really, isn't it? Just having a little go. So yeah, I've got quite a few references now. I get them all off Pixabay. So I've downloaded a reference of a swan. I've downloaded a sea turtle. I think it'd be quite nice to do a sea turtle with all the patterning on the shell. What else have I downloaded? Oh, a ladybird, like a ladybird on a leaf, or on a little cluster of blue flowers, I think it was. So I've got quite a few ideas lined up. It's just whether I can pull them off with the painting. We'll see. And I was thinking about trying to do a sunset, either a sunset or like a galaxy night sky type thing. But there's 100 of them postcards, so I've got plenty of things I can paint. I'm gonna need lots of ideas. I did do a butterfly. I think it was a brown butterfly. Yeah, it was brown. A brown butterfly, but I'm thinking of doing a collection of them, so all different coloured butterflies. And then I've done a few flowers, so I'm thinking about doing a collection of flowers, just adding on to it. I did get some roses and lilies for Mother's Day. The lilies haven't opened up yet, so I've not been able to take a picture. But I did take a photo of the rose so that I can try and paint the rose. But I keep leaking and thinking, well, should I just do a couple of big roses on the card, or should I try to do the whole vase? The whole vase and everything. Because I've seen quite a few people post them on Instagram and they look amazing, but I'm not sure I've got the ability to be able to pull it off. Because when you go about, say you take a picture of just a flower head and you paint a flower head, that's easy. You know, that's quite easy to do. But when you look at the whole picture, so say you took a picture of a vase of flowers on a windowsill, say, then you've got to get all the different elements in there. Then you've got to get your proportions right, so the size of the vase has to be right against the size of the windowsill and everything, and I'm not the best at that. I'm not the best at proportions. Oh, it's looking all right there. So I like the deep blues. Like I said, this is one of my favourite colours, the Prussian blue. And I think is there an indigo? Although I don't know where that pencil's gone, because I was looking for it and I couldn't find it. I think it might have rolled off my desk somewhere and gone underneath. But I will have to have a look later. Oh, I mentioned a while ago that my daughter had to pick her GCSE options. So she'll be going into year 10 in September, which means she picks what subjects she wants to study for her exams, basically, for when she leaves school. So she got advised to pick some of them, which they sort of advise you to take certain subjects, and then they give you a free choice of like 2 that you want to do. So the two that she picked herself was triple science, because she feels it'll benefit her because she wants to become a paramedic. And then another thing she was quite interested in was art therapy. She mentioned some sort of art therapy to me. So she put doing art on her options. Now unfortunately they've had to have a meeting in school. The teachers had a meeting with everybody who's put down for this art to take art, because unfortunately it's oversubscribed. Now how high schools can be oversubscribed for picking the subjects, I have no idea. I think it's really unfair, because you know these exams are to set you up for life. You pick the route you want to go down, and if somebody's telling you, oh sorry, that's oversubscribed, you can't take that, then you're just studying something you don't want to do in life, and how's that putting you on the right foot? It's ridiculous, isn't it? It's absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, they had a meeting to say it was oversubscribed. So what they have to do now, everybody who's put down for the art course has been given an illustration of a hand. I'll go and get it actually, 1 second. Right, here we go. So everybody who's applied to do the art GCSE course has been given this. So they have to recreate this drawing on here. They've been told that they can either do the whole illustration or they can pick an element of it. So they can just pick maybe one hand, maybe that one hand with that pen, and concentrate on all the details and put that down. Then the teachers will look at everybody's work. They'll also look at how the students have worked throughout the whole year, and they'll sort of add that up in the red as to who they're going to accept for the GCSE course. So if she doesn't get on it, she's basically not doing anything she wants to do, really. It's so silly, isn't it? So yeah, and it says here it should take 1 to 2 hours observational drawing. Yeah, so I've given her all my pencils. So I had all the Derwent graphite pencils. Obviously I can't touch it, she has to do it herself, but I have, like, you know, I've just told her with realism drawing like that, I've said it's really important to get your values right to make it look realistic. So make sure that your darkest areas are dark enough and your lightest areas are light enough. And I've just given her some tips. I've given her all my pencils, I've given her my kneadable eraser because that's easier with graphite. So I've given her all the tools, I've given her a few tips, and now it's just down to her to do that. And then obviously the teachers will judge who they feel should be accepted onto the GCSE. I mean, it's so silly. When I did GCSEs, I don't remember anybody getting refused to do something. You just picked what subjects you wanted to do and that was it. There was none of this, oh that's oversubscribed so you can't do that, you know. Oh well. I'm going to go in with the lightest colour now, the light phthalo blue 145, and I'm just going to blend in all the white space with this one. Now, I do need to bring you back in, don't I? Might be a good idea. Yeah, but it just really baffles me. I mean, these are state schools, obviously. If I was rich and they went to a private school, there would be no, oh, you can't do this course because it's oversubscribed. You'd be able to do what you want. No? It's one of the perks of being rich, I suppose, that. But yeah. I'd like to think that she will get on it if they do look at the overall, how they've worked over the year. Because she has been quite enthusiastic with her artwork over the year. And the little Fabercastell galaxy painting she did at home that I actually videoed it and did a time lapse of it and put it on my channel. That was my daughter doing a Fabercastell galaxy. I actually sent that to one of her art teachers at the time. So I think they was quite impressed that she'd been trying different mediums at home as well. So we'll see. Fingers crossed for her. But I've got lots of little revision cards as well, because the triple science that she's doing and the geography, she's taking geography as well. There's lots of like keywords. It's really funny how they do exams, isn't it? But we was basically told that there's lots of keywords and you have to include these keywords into your examination basically. So I've got some revision cards, then she can write all these keywords down and just, you know, revise them off the cards. But I've been helping her as well. I was helping her last night because she's got a science test today. Just a little practice test. So I was helping her revise last night. She does quite well. She does do quite well to remember it all, it has to be said. I don't know what it was last night. Was it densities? I think it was densities of the planets. She was learning for science last night. So I'd say to her like Mercury or Saturn, and she'd give me the density. I think it was the density, because it was something like 7.2 and 8.8 and 24 point something, and I'd give her the planet name and she'd just give these numbers straight back to me, and I'm like, well, I couldn't do that. Right, while I'm using the pencils, I'm going to do the exact same thing I've just done here on here, and then we'll move on to gel pen, because the rest is all going to be gel pen. So using the same light phthalo blue 145, I'm going to base all the areas of this butterfly. Let me turn this book around. You know, I have so much stuff on my desk. There's a glare. You can see all this waxiness to the illustration. It's not really like that. It's the glare from my lamp. Ignore that. Ignore it. There we go. We'll do that bit. That bit there. Do this. I think we'll do these big bits as well here. They're slightly bigger on this wing than they are on this side, but we'll go for that. And I think, again, I'll do the rest with gel pen. So, going in now with the Prussian blue 246, I'm going to deepen up all the areas I want deepened up again. Oh, my hand's not in the way here. It probably is, isn't it? My big hand's probably in the way. Also, if you don't have glitter gel pens for the butterfly that we're going to do in a minute, you can use any sort of, you know, like a water brush pens or fine liners. I used to have some fine liners, I got rid of them. I give them to the kids. That's what I do. Right, going in with that light phthalo blue now, 145, to just get rid of all this white space and blend it all in. And then we'll find some nice gel pens. There we go. Let me dust this off. I'm going to lift the camera up a bit now. And find some gel pens. So let's see what sort of, do we think some paler blues? So bringing some more blues into the mix. Let's see what colours we've got. I'm just going to pull them all out. Some of these are dried up, so I'm just going to have to see on a scrap piece of paper what's working for me and what's not. But I have got quite a few blues. I think that's, oh, my hair. I think that might be a sort of purpley blue type. Got that. Have we got any more? Let's have a look. I think they're all yellows and purples that I've got left on my shelf. Oh, what's that one? That's a blue, kind of. I've got quite a few. Got quite a few more, haven't I? Right, I think that is it now, unless I've got a pentel blue. But it would normally have, the pentel hybrids have like two colours in them. It's normally like a blue mixed with a green, which I don't know, I don't really want. No, I think we'll leave it at that. Yeah, it's that one. The pentel hybrid has a green in it as well, so it's like blue into green. The blue and metallic green. I don't know, it might be quite nice as a contrast. Let's have a look. I nearly used my daughter's thing is a scrap piece of paper there. She would have killed me. She would have absolutely killed me. Oh, that's quite nice actually. That's really pretty. You see, that's the pentel hybrid, so you can see the greens coming through, but it is blue. But then it's got green shining in it. It's quite nice actually. We will use some of that, I think. Let me check what's working and what's not. See, some of these are just like not flowing, not coming out. Like they might for a little bit and then they'll stop again. Which is, yeah, this one's a bit, you could just tell it's not coming out as it should. It's not feeling juicy. Or is it now? No, it's a bit dodgy. I'll put that to the side. This one should be okay. The Fleur ones are really, really nice. Really juicy, these ones. And they're pretty cheap as well on Amazon. There, that's a nice one to use as well. This is more purple. I don't want that, so let's get rid of that. I don't want that purple. Oh, that's nice. That is gorgeous. Is that a jelly roll? That's a jelly roll one, that one. Lovely colour. I just think if I get as many different shades of blue, again, this one's not flowing, not coming out. That's an Arteza one, that. Put that away. Jelly roll. I think that seems okay. So we'll keep hold of that one. This is another Fleur, so this will be fine. Oh, that's a nice colour. Keep that one. That's a nice jelly roll colour. That's a paler blue, so that would be nice for some difference in the blues. That one looks pretty same as that one. Maybe a bit more glitter in that one. And the Arteza ones, they just seem to have clogged up and I can't get them going. I don't know why, but let's put that away. So I've got a good mix of pens here. I think I've got 7 different colours, so let's just randomly pick colours out and go for it. So you don't have to copy me and go in exactly where I'm going with the gel pens, just sort of do what you do you. Put your gel pens where you want to put them, and that's absolutely fine. So, oh, this is gorgeous colour. I just think sometimes when you've got really fine details in the illustrations, it's just nice to either get fine liners or gel pens. You don't have to feel like you have to colour everything with pencils. Do you? I think sometimes you feel the pressure to do that when you're doing a colour along. You think, oh, pencils, can't get all these different mediums out, but I'm pretty sure that everyone's got a few gel pens in the stash, or fine liners or water brush pens, anything they can sort of do this with. I think the leaves of the sunflowers might be part 3, guys. Everything takes me so much longer than I first imagined. Like, everything. I don't know why. What should I do? I'm going to do these little bits here. You don't realise how long things take you. And I've been gassing as well. I've been talking too much. That's what I mean by gassing. I don't know if you use that slang where you live. It just means talking a lot. So, yeah. I don't know, yeah, do these bits as well. On the top of the butterfly. Do the droppy down bits. Oh, I can hear an ambulance or something coming. I can hear them from a mile away, me. Don't know if it's going to pick it up. Yep, I can hear it now. What is it? Police, ambulance. Oh, it's a fire engine. It's a fire engine. They normally have a different siren to that, the fire engines. It's normally really ear piercing. Really horrid. It's normal. Where else should I do down here? Do these little droplet bits. I just did a Spotify playlist for when I'm in the car. Normally I just listen to, you know, when I'm on the school runs, normally I just listen to the radio, but I'm so fed up of it now. I was like, you know what, I'm actually going to download Spotify and make a playlist for the car. And I used to listen to a lot of like rock, and I still like it now. And I put it on in the car the other day, and when we got home, my daughter Amber, she goes, Mum, never put that music on ever again. I was like, what's wrong with it? Bit of Disturbed, bit of Muse. What else did I have on? I had Alanis Morissette. I think that's the name. I always want to say Alana. It's not Alana, it's Alanis, isn't it? Alanis Morissette. I had the Cranberries on, Zombie. Oh, I had a bit of Rammstein on as well. Although I didn't put that on when the kids were in the car. I'm going to do a few more bits with this colour, and then I'm going to switch to another colour. Oh, Paramore, that's what else I put on my playlist as well. This is why we don't leave the house. I'm not going to sing it, I'll get copyrighted. Nobody wants to hear that anyway. Nobody wants to hear my singing. Trust me. Trust me. There we go. Let's do the body part. Let's do some on the body. Might put the Pentel hybrid pen in between these bits here, because it'll give that little hint of green coming through, which might be nice on the body. So let's get that next. Where is it? The Pentel, this one. It's looking quite nice though. I mean, I don't know what it'll pick up on camera of the shining glitteriness, but I like it. I like it. Let's do his eyes in this as well. He is well and truly a blue butterfly, isn't he? There we go. I might bring some gold into it as well. What do you think about a sort of gold gel pen for some little bits on here? Maybe. I'm just going to colour all of this line so it looks like it is a continuous line rather than blocky. There we go. I'm going to spin you around when I get to this side. The only thing I don't like about glitter gel pens sometimes in books is even when it's been left to dry, sometimes you can find transfer on the opposite page, so on here, sometimes you can get a bit of transfer. You can see the green tones coming through in that Pentel. It's really nice. It's really nice. It's subtle, quite subtle. Again, I'm going to do the same with these bits. Oh, I have to mention the other day I saw blue flashing lights out the window, and like, you know, we live on a main road, there's always emergency vehicles going past, but this blue light flashing light, it wasn't going, it was like outside the house, and I thought, what's that? But because we've got bigger hedges at the edge of our driveway, I couldn't see from the downstairs window, so I came upstairs. I was like, what's going on? And I looked out the window, there was a car on the roundabout, like on the centre of the roundabout. I don't know how it managed up getting up there, but yeah, I was just like, how? Absolutely how? There's always drama around here. And then the police turned up, about 4 police turned up, and yeah, they ended up reversing the car off the roundabout. And they parked it around the corner because its front wheel was busted. I don't think it had collided with any other cars. It had just, you know, it had just slid off the road up the roundabout. I think it had been raining, so, you know, whether the ground was wet and they'd been going round, coming to the roundabout too fast, I don't know. But yeah. It's that little joke, isn't it? You can't park there, mate. Right, what have we got left here? We've got them bits there. I'm thinking about doing these ones gold. I think just like a strip of gold, and maybe these ones down here. So I think up here, I think I'll go in with this Pentel, so it's got the greens going through right up here, and then I'll put the gold along here and at the bottom, because that'll tie in a bit of the yellow from the sunflowers into the sort of gold tones as well, and break it up a bit because I think it's quite a lot of blue, isn't it? Quite a lot of blue, guys. Maybe leave these circles as well for the gold. I'll probably use my the Fleur gold gel pen, because that's the juiciest one I've got at the minute. I used to have a copper jelly roll pen and it ran out. It was gorgeous. I'm gonna have to order another one of them. I think it's Cult Pens where I got my single stock jelly rolls from last time, if I remember rightly. I'm sure it was Cult Pens. I'll have to have a look. My daughter's got a friend sleeping over this weekend. I think it was last weekend my daughter went to her friend's house, so this weekend we've got her friend coming to our house. So I've just been and bought a load of pizzas. So that's the easiest thing when you've got people stopping over, isn't it? The easiest thing is just get a load of pizzas in and stick them in the oven. So yeah. Oh, there's not much ink left in this, is there? Look at that. This is the Fleur one that I like. There's not much ink left in it. Hopefully it'll be okay. I need to go and redo my nails as well. Normally I don't come on with like chipped nails, but I've just been washing up and doing all the work, housework, before I came on, and I forgot to paint over my nails. So yeah, this is complementing the sunflowers, isn't it? The colour from the sunflowers is quite nice. It's quite beautiful. You could even, as well, on the bits that we've done around here in pencil, you could even use a white gel pen to put like little tiny dots with the white gel pen. Only on the pencil parts though, because obviously white gel pen won't go over glitter gel pen. So yeah, wouldn't work very well, that. Oh, that is looking nice. I love it. Look at that shine. Ah, pretty. I hope this video isn't too long. It'll cut me off. It'll not let me export it if it's more than an hour. And I've got to get another butterfly done yet. This is what I mean. So slow. I need to get myself more storage so I don't have to panic thinking, oh no, it's not gonna let me do it. We watched the last episode of The Last of Us last week as well. I'm gutted. Absolutely gutted. So I did actually go on to Google to find some pictures of Pedro Pascal, because I just think he's very handsome. And I thought, I wonder if I could paint him. And then I'm thinking, no, I'm not going to butcher painting someone I really like, because I'd be very annoyed with myself. My abilities don't stretch to portraits of people, you know, that much realism. Maybe if I did sort of an abstract piece of him or something along those lines, but definitely not realism. I was like, no, you don't want to butcher it, Kirsty. Yeah, that's one butterfly done. Oh, that's really pretty. That's really pretty actually when look at that when the light hits it. Wow. Right, so I'm gonna do the second butterfly now. So again, using the same colours. So going in with a Fleur like I did with that one. This butterfly is smaller, so hopefully it won't take quite as long, guys. But the leaves of the sunflowers are definitely going to have to be in another part, unfortunately, because I cannot get that done in this part. But I am, when I do come to the leaves, I am going to use your typical sort of pine green, like that really deep dark green. I love those sorts of greens. Or you sort of real earthy greens are like deep mossy type. Don't know what I'm trying to say, but there we go. I don't really like your lime green type colours, shall we say. You know what? Right, look at this up close. What have I missed on that? Can you see? Here, at the side of the body, that's the body. Here, this bit here that I've not coloured it, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 little circles. It's this background. It's the sunflower what I've missed. So, really quickly, I'm going to try and find my pencils that I used. I think it was Nugget, wasn't it? Nugget and walnut brown for that sunflower, and I'm going to quickly fill it in. And if you missed that as well, or if you were screaming at me in part 1 and part 2, and there we go. I'll quickly just pop some of that colour into there. There's always something with me. I always, without fail, there's always something I miss. Like, I just don't see the bigger picture. I really don't. Always miss it. Right, anyway. What else should I do with this one? I think I'm going to do the pentel greens up here, but then I need to leave some space for gold, to bring some gold into the mix as well. I've coloured that bit on the other side, haven't I, already? So I think, yeah, let's get the greens out. The pentel green tone. Let's bring you up. Some of that in the mix. I might leave these ones out for the gold. You know, just leave a few out. There, maybe. And the same on the other side. Which ones should I leave out on the other side? Maybe 4 on the other side as well. Maybe them 4? There we go, I think that'll be quite nice. To get some of this in the middle body bit. And then I think the rest can be gold. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, I think I'll do the rest in gold. So, get my gold colour out and lift it back up again. These little spots, not forgetting those. And there we go. So let's just zoom you out so we can see the bigger picture. There we go. I'm loving this. I'm loving how this is leaking, but I am going to use my white gel pen like I mentioned. So bring you back down again and make you all seasick. So I'm going to use the white gel pen for, like I said I was going to do, on some of these little pencil parts. And just put some little dots in. If you don't want to do this, you don't have to. To be honest, I just really like white gel pen detailing. Can't help myself. So only on the pencil parts though, only on the bits you've used on the pencil. There we go. And on this side, there we go. And a little bit on the second butterfly. Again, only when where you've gone in with a pencil. I'm going to do a bit of a bigger one on the edge there. And there we go. I love that. Look how that's turning out. And that is the page so far. So we've got our sunflowers, we've got our gorgeous sparkly butterflies, and then the next part is going to be all the leaves, and then the page is done. I'm not sure I'm going to do a background on this one, guys. I'm really thinking I might leave this one, but if you've got any ideas, let me know in the comments down below. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.